Hey there, fellow Factorians. Owners here with another episode of Let's Learn Factory Town. And we're here paused. Let's unpause. Last episode we put this train in. It's doing nothing now, but I've got big plans. I've got big plans in the future. We're going to figure out some logistics, computational blocks, logic channels, all that kind of stuff. I really want to have a play with it. Whether we get anything meaningful out of it, that doesn't really matter. We're going to figure out some things. But to do that, we need 2,000 industry research points. Now, industry research is going pretty slowly, so we need books and we need iron stuff. So, I'm thinking what we need to do is set up a little bit of production in a more meaningful way. I wonder if we. Okay, the big problem is we need to do iron. I didn't realize I copied that steam locomotive. If I destroy that, assume I get the resources back. It generally is how it works in the other places, but maybe I only get a portion of them. Anyway, let's not worry about that. Let's figure out what we're going to do. What we're going to do here. My mind's gone into depleted resources and the mine shaft drilling. Anyway, what we want to do is we want to get somewhere that can make industrial knowledge. Okay, and then we need to bring that industrial knowledge to a school. It doesn't have to be this school. We could put in a new school, but obviously this school is going to be pretty good if we could get there. It's actually providing some good happiness, isn't it? Nice. Yeah. So your output of tomes 1, natural tomes 1 is high because I guess we're just making them faster than we. I'm not sure why. Remedies. Okay. There is a slowdown on the production there. Anyway, let's think about what we want. So we want to make a book, which requires paper, which requires wood, and either cloth or leather. We can actually make leather anywhere. We don't need access to cotton. We can just put a pasture in. But a pasture produces manure, which you then need to use. And that's actually the trickiest part about pastures, I found, is you can't just... you can't have a closed system because the manure has to go somewhere. So you then need to have farms around it that are using the manure so that it doesn't back up. Yeah, it's an interesting... It does... To be fair, it does kind of force you to create little communities of camping. Now, this is coal. It's not. That is iron ore. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy to build all over there, isn't it? Yeah. Especially when we have this kind of action over here. We could just flatten this. We could just flatten this and build here. Because we can reclaim land, can't we? If I flatten up, yeah. See, we can reclaim that. Okay, let's try this. Let's try a mass flatten down to this level. That like barely touched. Oh, actually, the flatten down is also a flatten up. Okay, well that's good to know. I just got to make sure I don't ruin any of that resources over there. There we go. That should give us plenty of room to do what I want to do. And possibly even get some things inside this sphere. I'm going to upgrade just to get that extra sphere. And then, then we're moving into higher tech levels. Okay. This is actually at 2K already. Now, I still feel like we need to get better production of this going. So let's do that. So we got wood, we got coal, we got wood, we got iron. We need some of this. All right. Let's just kind of map this out. Let's remove those trees because these are just in the way. All right. So if we build a mine, minnow. Okay. If we build a mine, let's get it out of the way on this side over here. And then you need to go into a forge. That's a given. That is a given. And the forge needs to be fed by a forester, which also needs to make paper at a lumber mill. We can see the starting to get nicely interlinked here. So we make a lumber mill here. I'll put some roads here, not because... That was not what I wanted. Not because I necessarily want to connect this up to anything, but in the future, this will mean that we can... is that road going to work? I don't think it is. All right. Just... Oh, wow, that's quite high. All right. Let's do that. Let's get... There we go. That should enable a road to have access to that and that, if required. All right. Yes, so you, my friend, are going to be making paper. You obviously are making wood, and we'll have one chute going there, and then, yeah, I guess we just do that. Not quite just that. No, I think we'll separate these chutes out because this one will have to be a step higher to get over that. How high is that? It's high enough, I think. All right, so then we go from there out to... Actually, yeah, we'll put it over there so it's kind of out of the way. We'll get this grabber here as well. All right. And likewise over here, we'll have you... like this. Should be doable. Nope, cannot afford more resources. Oh, we're out of planks. We're out of planks. Okay, who's making planks for us? Over here. We're making planks, and then those planks are getting used for. I mean, not here. They're getting used for wooden wheels. And they are getting used quicker than we can make them. So let's increase speed here. Oh, I see one of the problems is that we can actually put in a metal conveyor belt, because a few of those lying around. And then that's for planks, please. Now you won't have any problem getting planks out. You've got plenty of wood. Increase you even more. No, let's put in a yellow coin booster. Just because we've got 56,000 of them, we should probably use them up. All right. So now we should have a increase in planks. We are using a lot of planks. We've got 200 stored here eventually. If this wagon wheel situation. What else have we got making red coins, by the way? It is shirts. Yeah, because we do want to make sure we do have red coins. We'll have to think about this in the near future, but this is going higher than we need. All right. Okay. So is that connected? Yes. Can it go straight there? It can. Is that going in here, though? That is the question. Well, it needs a recipe. Okay, so you're making iron plate. There we go. Okay, you're up. Iron plate, we've got paper, kind of. Let's build a couple of wells out here. The wells out here. All right, and then we need the paper and the cotton. Build a workshop. The workshop. Let's start that here. All right, and you're making a book from cloth. But you're also making cloth from cotton. Okay. And then we build a farm. And this is where it's actually going to take us a little bit of time to get going, because we need to plant some cotton, which is actually going to be very, very slow to start with. It takes a while for this to get up and running. Build a farm tile. Got plenty of manure, so this will help us. We probably have enough water, I imagine, to do this. And I know we'll connect both those wells to both of those buildings, just in case. And you'll supply water now, which should make these grow a little bit quicker. And then when you have the cotton, when you have cotton available, you will give that over there. Oh, that's not put on grabber. All right, so you'll now have cotton and paper. You don't have paper just yet. Cotton and paper for a book. And then we build a laboratory here. It all kind of just works, doesn't it? That cloth conveyor belt. That. All right, all right. But yes, as you can see, this is the issue. This needs to grow, and it's, well, I mean, it's already a third of the way there. We'll get there sooner rather than later. All right, so you are just building industrial tome level 1, which requires iron plates, and then 2 requires something extra. Goodness. Build a, is it a workshop? No. Machine shop. Build a machine shop. Oh, do we do it? I think we owe it to ourselves to do this. Make this footprint a reality. Okay. You're making wheels, iron wheels, and something else. Steam pipe. Iron wheels and steam pipe, which both just require iron plate, but they require a lot of iron plate. So I'm going to give it a coin booster and throw a couple of workers there. That's now 1 a second, which isn't very much. Isn't very much. Okay, but what we need to do is now build over the top of this to get a conveyor belt, putting stuff into there. We need to build over the top of this, get a conveyor belt, putting stuff into there. And then we also need to build over, I guess we can build over here. And there's really definitely no need to go high on this one because there's no chance that I'm ever going to put anything else here. But there is a reason. You'll go there and pop in iron wheels, and then above that, oh, this is so beautiful. Above that, we'll pop in the steam pipe. All right, so there's iron wheels and steam pipe. What is that? Set active state. I'm just like I can't select it. There it is. Yeah, iron wheels on the bottom and steam pipe on the top. Okay, that's perfect. So you now have everything you need except books, and you don't have books because you don't have any cotton yet. And when you do, you will then need to output your books into here. Output books into there, and then we will have a laboratory ready to go. We've just got our cotton plants up and running, and their yield is very low because their affinity increases each time it's grown. Yeah, affinity is at 1.1, and as it grows, that will increase. I don't even know what the maximum is. Let's see what some of these guys over here have. 4 times. There we go. All right. But yeah, over time that will increase. But now we have some cotton, and the construction of this is happening. We'll build a silo. We don't need more than one of these things. Silo going over there. Kind of like, I'm not really sure why we need to worry about all these roads now. But anyway, here we are. Go, and you're doing industrial tomes level 2. We don't even care about level 1 tomes anymore. That's how crazy we are. All right. Now we need to get these tomes back into our area up here. And I think, I mean, I don't think, I know that it is time. It's time to finally do something that we probably should have done quite a bit of time ago. And it's instead of building that kind of road, we build an actual road, which requires stone bricks. All right. We're going to build this too wide. Too wide, all right. If we've got enough stone bricks for it. We do have a fair few. All right. Grade you up to there. That does mean we are going to have to ruin you as well. All right. Let's just get one stone brick path to begin with. Ooh, that's most interesting, isn't it? Okay, you can get onto this path, and then we'll upgrade this path. Which is actually a really good path to upgrade because it's very commonly run. Okay, and then we're actually out of stone, out of stone bricks. But now we can build a caravan, and your job is to pick up these and just drop them over here, and drop off at the school. And of course, I don't want you doing this if you're not full or if you don't need them. I could hold until empty, which means he waits at the other end. Yeah, that's probably the better one. I'm thinking, or you could just wait here until he's full, at which case I don't like it. I don't like it. We'll do it this way. All right, and there we go. Now he's which one is he? He's that one. Why'd you go that way, buddy? Go that way. Outrageous. Let's get this rest of this upgraded. Beautiful. Should allow for some speedy travel. And there are some other lines that seem like they could benefit from using some stone, and then we'll just let the stone rebuild. All right. Now all of a sudden we have 3,000, mainly just because like this is still doing its job. And we've got a few more coming in from over here, and these are supplying 10 industry research points each. All right, and now you're just picking up one. Well, that's sad, isn't it? And the issue is not enough wheels, and the issue is not enough iron, and the issue is not enough iron. Okay, let's give you a coin booster. Why not? You still don't have enough iron. So at 3 a second, you're using 1 iron ore a second. You're using 1 iron ore a second, and then so you need to be 4 a second to keep up with that. And then we're still going to have a shortage of iron plates. Like there's no denying that. But it'll be okay. Waiting for iron to pick up. You don't even have one. All right. Well, this is never going to be full, is it? So yeah, the hold until empty is okay. Well, he's just going to travel back and forth. It actually doesn't cost any resources for him to travel. So other than the sort of jam that it does here, he's fine. It's fine. All right, I'm happy with that. We now have all the research needed for logistics. There we go. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, new structure unlocked. Agent trigger. Calculates information based on an agent that enters or exits the block. Good. Inventory sensor. We probably better figure that one out. Counter. Block that counts up whenever a trigger signal is received. Received values will be stored but only sent out if it is different. Oh, man. Signal gate. Block that will only pass messages if the gate is open. Use a set block to set the gate status. Signal gate. Is there a set block? State set. Yeah, okay. Oh man, this is good. If will only pass in stored value if it receives a non-zero. Inverter. So we can already see non-zeros, inverters. We're talking yes/no logic. But then we've got mathematical signals, sending a number. Block that triggers another block's output without modifying it. State set. Yep. Timer. Oh, I'm so excited about this. Evaluates one or more input connections and produces a true or false based on a specific Boolean operator. And a toggle can be set to on or off. Logic lamp. A block that lights up when the state is on. So we can actually Okay, let's see what we need to build these things. Build. Compute blocks. A toggle. Oh, it's free. Oh, it's free. Oh, it's free. Oh, this is exciting. Okay, let's get the lamp, logic lamp. There we go. Okay, so toggle, you're now on. How do I connect you? Trigger output, logic connections. Add an output for that guy. Add a logic link. Okay, that's obviously not doing what I wanted. I just hit Control and clicked on it. Logic connections, add an input. Nope. So this guy, I just want you to output into the logic lamp. Set value. I want to set value. I want you connected to the toggle. So I can just toggle this. I mean, this is a pretty simple circuit. I have a toggle. I want to toggle a lamp. But trigger output. All right, can I add an output? I can for that. And then nothing. And then nothing. Okay. Connections. Add an output. I held down Control and it made a clicking noise, but it's definitely not connected. All right. Hold down Shift. Nope. Alt just changes the. You know what? Let's get crazy. Let's see if there is anything specific in the options. Copy paste. Ooh. Toggle pipette tool. Yeah, we're aware of that one. Fluid mana pipe. But there's nothing in particular about our logics. Let's go back into the build mode. Is there a logic? No other. All right. What about a set state? State set. Let's get you. Add a logic link. Ah, right click. Okay. Logic connections 1. Okay, let's delete that. Okay, come back here. Right click, set value, trigger output, process value, set value. Okay, and now toggle. Oh, we have logic. Okay, we've worked out how the logic system works. It only took us like 10 minutes, and we have the ability to turn a lamp on or off, which we could have already done just by setting the value over there. But here we are. Okay. So what do we want to do? Well, what if we had some kind of waiting area here? And we could do like a couple of different waiting areas, for instance. But what we'd have is we would have a process gate, a barrier gate here that says go up here and wait up here, for instance. So these are the equivalent of our train stops. These are really the only way we can set a train stop. So I want this. This only opens if this has less than 100. Okay. So we need some kind of numerical mathematical device, block that enables mathematical operations between trigger and set value. Okay, let's see what happens here. Let's get a. Can I? Okay. I can't immediately connect that. What if I go connect you with a right click? Left value and the right value. I set that logic connections. All right, let's add an input. I want an output. I want you to output. Right click. No. All right. What about you? Rail loader. Right click. Add a logic link. Okay. Haha. Interesting. So set process left value. Process left value or set left value. Set left value. The left value is whatever the value of this is, which I have honestly no idea what that value is. Evaluate. Left value is 0. How do I figure out How do I figure out what is the state? Sets the value of another logic block without triggering. I want to have something that is just reading, stores and displays a numerical number. Okay, let's see if we can set an input from this and an output. I want to add an input. Filters, and we're not interested in that. Oh, well, I mean, we probably should put that to mana shards. There we go. Rail unloader. It only unload what it can. Logic connections. Okay. Set left value. What's this? Maybe I can't do it from a silo. Can I do it from a barn? Nope. All right, we'll have a look and see what else we got. Inventory sensor. Inventory sensor. Look at that. Okay, man. Woohoo! Offset. What does this do? No, don't offset. Oh, I see. That's what it's talking to. If I wanted it to go to that one. If we were to set it to that one, the inventory is -2 and 3. Okay, that's how this works. That's great. Okay, right click. Okay, here we go. So this is at 100 now. So I want this to be let's call this a subtract, a divide, and equals. Okay, if the left value is greater than, and then this right value is going to be 80. If I move this, does it keep its link? No. Ooh, that's okay. That's good to know. Right, and then add an output to that math left value. Okay, let's just move that one a little bit further so we can kind of see what's going on. This number is now no good. Okay, inventory scanner sets in here, and if the left value we need to evaluate, we need to trigger output. Not sure why that didn't output. Okay, if 100 is greater than 80, then that outputs what, a 1? Add an output over to that process value. And also I want to output over to that process value. Okay. So if this value is greater than that, it goes to 1. Set value, logic connection, process value. Yep. That is correct. All right. Okay, so all this is happening, and that if this is greater than 100, this closes. That's that makes perfect sense. But we also want to say, we would want a way to say that the specific train that comes in here is a mana crystal. All right. Agent trigger, inventory sensor. What haven't we used? Counter? No. Number. And if. Inverter or math. Okay. So logically, this is now a 1. Just as a quick check, if I were to set this value to 0, and then evaluate this, they're now setting zeros out to here. Why is that not setting the state? Logic connection output, process value. Yeah. Because it's not an output, it's an input. Okay, can we not control a barrier gate? Railroad control. Yeah, this is the ability to. I wonder if this is actually what we need. A blocker. Well, I mean, let's... I feel like this barrier gate has to work somehow. Let's trigger your output. Why is this no longer connection? Process left value. Process. Now that I've set this, now I've ruined it, haven't I? Filters. Logic connections. Okay, add an input. Need an input now. We might have to delete this and start again. All right. Input sensor, compute block, inventory sensor. You over to there, and then outputting into there. This left value. All right. So when you evaluate. No, we need you to trigger output. Oh, that just opened. So we've got this the wrong way. Evaluate trigger output. We also want you to output. Over to. Thank you. Over to that one. Sorry. Evaluate. Aha. Okay, they just opened when it evaluated. Now we actually want to invert that. Build an inverter. Clearly, it's going the wrong way around, isn't it? Okay. Left value, no. Logic connections. Enter. When it enters the train, set the left value. And then output process left value. What is going on here? Train enters that. The inventory scanner. Now I'm confused. Why is this saying... Why does this have an input coming from over there? This is a way to get it to process the value. So every time it goes there, this will now process. And then it outputs and processes the value here. We need to set the left value, don't we? Output that, set the left value. That's what I was missing. Okay, we need to actually say, we need to get, gosh, we need to not only set, we need to set a process as well. Logic connection. So let's delete these outputs. Delete that. Let's add an output to there. Set value. And we'll also add a process value so that it'll actually process. And then we output you over to there and process. Output you over to there and process. And now if we trigger the output, why are you not... Oh yeah, it just closed them. All right. Oh man. What's that doing? Oh, that's spinning it around. Yeah. All right. So what we now do is we can remove that. And this now will say, nope, don't go that way. And he's smart enough to know go the other way. And then he'll wait there. All right, we're at the very beginning of this setup. So what I want to see next is this here is like we say this is for storage for mana crystals. The train comes up here. We have a sensor that detects what's in that train. I don't know if we can do that one, but we'll give that a go. And it says, okay, if it's mana crystals and mana crystals are more than 80, close this gate, send it in here. However, if mana crystals are more than 80, but this isn't carrying mana crystals, open this gate. That's kind of what I'm thinking. And then we'd have all these little stops where the trains can stop, unless they're required, based on their filters. Just on their filters. Oh man, I wonder if we can also set train filters. There's so many exciting things to do that we could do with this, and I'm not even sure if any of this is actually going to be useful. But boy, was it fun! Boy, was it fun learning. It's a very simple logic setup. Just standard kind of block programming. So I think we should be able to do pretty much anything with it. Yeah, we'll see if we need it in the future. But it's been an enjoyable episode trying to work it out. Hopefully you haven't been pulling your hair out too much watching me struggle my way through. As always, comes to the end of the episode. Big thanks to my amazing patrons. And look, if you've managed to watch this whole episode all the way through with all this sort of stuffing around, then you're probably the kind of people that like my channel, because this is what I do. I try new things. I tend not to read up too much on them and try and figure it out myself, because I think that's half the fun of these kind of games. So if you're really into that and you're not subscribed to my channel, do hit that subscribe button. You'll have a great lot of content in this similar vein, and I really think if you like this episode, you will definitely love most, if not everything, that I put out. With that all being said, of course, drop your comments, hit that like button, all those things that help me out to keep me motivated to make more videos, and I'll catch you next time.